From suicidal thoughts, being broke, in debt, to becoming a profitable trader. This is how trading changed my life and rescued me from a life of poverty. I'm going to share with you the 3 lessons I learned and how you can avoid some of the pains and mistakes that I made. I remember here I was looking at my phone on Facebook and hearing a voice in my head that's telling me it's happened again, and feeling disappointed. And what happened was that I had invested money with one of these so-called account managers or investors where you send the money, and I had just been blocked again. I don't know if you can relate with this, but here I was looking, trying to reach out to this person, and they had blocked me. And this had happened several times. This wasn't the first time. And I was thinking to myself, if I can just find a good account manager who's genuine, my life will change. Like if I can get a good account manager who promises the things these guys promise and they actually deliver, that's going to change my life. But I soon realized that that wasn't going to happen. And it was in that moment that I heard a voice in my head, and it was a trader that I knew who I once talked to him the previous time this happened, the previous time I got scammed. I talked to him and I said, I don't know what's going on, I just got scammed again. And he said something to me. He said, why don't you trade for yourself? And I thought that was a great idea, but there was a problem. I didn't believe I could trade successfully. I didn't believe I could be good at trading. I was looking at the graph, I'm looking at the charts, I'm like, there's no way I can get good at that stuff. That stuff is for these experts. I just need to find one who's very good, who I can give my money to so that they can turn, they can turn $50 into 50,000, right? And I remember hearing that, like, why don't you just trade for yourself? But I was like, I can't. But I had this desire inside of me to change my situation, to become financially free, to escape this type of poverty, and just to create and live the life of my dreams. But the problem was, like, I didn't know how I could do it. So I thought to myself, well, rather than just keep being scammed, I might as well try. I thought to myself, I might as well try. And I tried different things. I tried trading crypto, I tried trading currencies, I tried trading stocks. Like, I tried so many different things. I tried trading this and that and that. And I tried binary options and nothing worked, just blowing my account over and over again. And I'm trying to think to myself, how do you figure out this trading thing? Like, actually, what do you need to do to become successful? And I couldn't find the answer. And in my journey of trying out different things, I came across synthetic indices, which, if you're not familiar with them, synthetic indices are indices that are offered by deriv brokers. So I came across these synthetic indices and I tried all of them. I tried volatility, I tried step index, I tried the famous volatility 75. If you know what I'm talking about, leave a comment if you know what I'm talking about. But I tried all those. I tried step index, I tried boom and crash. And from trying all those things, I saw a gold mine. I saw an opportunity with boom and crash. And I told myself at that point, I was deep in problems. I was broke. I was in debt. I was in a deep situation. I was a point where I was just like, it's no longer good enough for me to be living. I'd rather just end it all. And I remember thinking to myself that if I'm willing to die, I'd rather die trying to make it. I'd rather die trying to make it. And I knew that for me, my opportunity was in trading. So I made a commitment I made a decision to master Boom and Crash. I made a commitment to say, I'm gonna master this. Because if I'm already willing to die, I'd rather die trying to figure this out. And that's what I did. I'm telling you, I used there every day in the market, studying Boom and Crash. I tried this strategy with Boom and Crash. I tried this, I tried that. I tried to get this, I tried to learn from this person. And I was out there, I was trying everything I could. But it became the same experience as when I was trying the stocks, when I was trying the crypto, when I was trying all these other things. It was still the same thing. I was still losing money. I was still blowing my account. I would try trading against spikes, and spikes all of a sudden would happen. So I'm thinking to myself, well, the best way then is to trade spikes. I tried trading spikes, but then spikes wouldn't happen the time when I'm trading spikes, and it was just all confusing. But I kept going over and over again until one day, while I was looking at Boom and Crash, I noticed something. I noticed a particular pattern, and every time when I was trying to catch spikes, and that particular pattern formed, the spikes would happen and the trade would go my way. And I thought to myself, I might be onto something here. So I kept going deeper and deeper. And what I didn't know at that time was that I actually discovered one of those key things to trading Boom and Crash. One of those key elements to trading. I didn't know it at the time, but I just discovered them. And I kept going, and all these things are connected. There are 3 key things to trading. There's 3 key principles and 3 important ingredients, and I just had discovered one of them, and I didn't even know it at the time, but they were all connected. So it didn't take long for me to discover these other 2 things. And when that happened, I kept doing it, and I managed to make my first ever withdrawal, $13. And you might be thinking to yourself, like, looking back at it, it's really funny, but I was jumping up and down. And the reason why was because I knew that I was onto something that worked. But I had formulated strategies before that failed, so I had to make sure that this actually worked. So I did back testing. And what I discovered was that the market had been obeying this for years. And that's when I knew I was onto something, and I kept going, I kept improving it. And when I made my first $1,000, I knew it was game over. I shared these things that I'm even going to share with you, right? I shared these things with my close friends, and they started making money too. And when I saw it was working for me and it was working for others, I had a realization. And what I discovered was that catching spikes on Boom and Crash is the most effective way to make money consistently in trading. And the only way to do this is through something I call the Boom and Crash spike catching blueprint. Now, these things that I'm going to share with you come from this particular Boom and Crash spike catching blueprint program that I designed, right? That shows you step by step how to go about it. But I'm taking these things from that place, and that's what I'm going to share with you. This is important for you because this can help you finally have the tools you need to start making money consistently. So I want you to pay close attention, because I'm about to share with you these 3 things that I got from the Boom and Crash spike catching blueprint. If you want to go deeper with that particular program, you find a link for it in the description, or you can message me on WhatsApp to find out more about it. But let me share these things with you so that you can immediately start executing on these things. All right. So I don't want you to be like, oh, I know that. Like, you have to understand something. If you already knew something, if you already understood something, right now you'd be in a Lamborghini, like I like to say. You'd be in a Lamborghini right now. You'd be in the house of your dreams. You'd have multiple houses of your dreams. Like, if you understood this already, you'd be winning. So I want you to let go of that thing of like, oh, I already know this, or like, this sounds like straightforward and simple. Like, actually listen, I'm about to share with you the 3 lessons that I learned that will help you become a profitable trader. The first one is you need a good strategy. You need a good strategy. And in order for you to have a good strategy, write these things down. In strategy, in order for you to have a good strategy, your strategy needs to have these key things. This took me years to figure out and put together like this. For you to have a good strategy, all right, you need to make sure that first you are able to analyze the market in a higher time frame. Now, what are you going to be looking for in the higher time frame? In a higher time frame, you want to be looking for specific areas of value, or you might know them as support and resistance areas. And you need to be aware if the market is in these areas, support and resistance areas. Because if the market is in those areas, the market usually bounces off those areas. So let me give you an example here. If you're like me and you've traded boom and crash before, if you trade anything and the market is currently in a resistance area, it's in a resistance area. So if it's in a resistance area, it's likely to drop. Then you start entering trades when the market is in a resistance area in a higher time frame, like your daily, your 4 hours, your 1 hour. In a higher time frame, it's in a resistance area. Then you're entering trades that are saying buys when the market is likely to drop. There you already have your first problem. So what I discovered was that first you need to know in your higher time frames, where are the areas of value? That's the first thing. You open the charts, where are the areas of value? So if the market is in an area of resistance, you want to be selling. You want to be selling, not trying to buy. Then what you want to do is find out the trend, the current trend of the market. How do you find out the current trend of the market? You go to a lower time frame, such as the M15 or the M30, which is the 15 minutes time frame or the 30 minutes time frame. Follow me here. These things are powerful. The 15 minutes time frame or the 30 minutes time frame. Then you look at the trend. You can use simple tools like a moving average that will show you the trend. Identify the trend. Is it an uptrend? Is it a downtrend? So let's say, for example, the market is in a resistance area. It's a downtrend on an M30 or an M15 time frame. You simply go to a lower time frame now for your entries, because that's where the market moves, responds quicker. You go to an M5 time frame or an M1 time frame, simply 1 minute or 5 minute time frame. Then in that time frame, that's where you want to be taking your entries from. And for that time frame, you could use indicators for entries. There's multiple strategy videos. You can find strategy videos on my channel that you could use for entries. All right. This is stuff. I'm taking this stuff from a program, guys, for your entries. All right. You go there. That's where you're entering from. From your M1, from your M5, that's where you're entering your trades from. That's for strategy. So I hope you wrote all that down. That's the first thing. You need a good strategy. The second thing that you need is a bulletproof risk management. Now, how does a bulletproof risk management look? It is a risk management that clearly defines for you. Because if you've got a good strategy, but you've got a weak risk management, you're not going to do anything. You're going to be going up, you make money, you blow it. You go up, you make money, you blow it. You've got the ability to make money, but you don't know how to manage your losses. So your losses end up swallowing your profits and you keep going in circles. Risk management, a bulletproof risk management, how does this look like? It clearly defines, this is when I'm going to TP, this is where I'm going to put a stop loss. This is how much I'm trading with. This is my target for a day. clearly defines it for you. You're just going to be following that, right? And you might be thinking to yourself, like, I don't have one of those. I don't know how to create a bulletproof risk management guide. If you're struggling, you don't know how to come up with one, don't worry, I've got you. You need to get the Bulletproof Risk Management PDF. People pay up to $300 to get a package that has this PDF in it, but I'm going to send it to you for free. Simply click the link in the description below. That will take you to my WhatsApp. Once you're on my WhatsApp, just tell me I need the risk management PDF and I'll send it to you for free. Because you need a good strategy, you need bulletproof risk management. The type of risk management that protects your account when there's bad trades and helps your account grow when you're having good trades. All right. The third lesson that I learned and the third ingredient to becoming a profitable trader is you need to have a profitable trading mindset. Now, if you've got a good strategy, you've got risk management, but your mindset, you don't know how to have a profitable trading mindset. You need to have a specific type of mindset, but you need to have a profitable trading mindset. You need to have the type of mindset where you're able to understand and process trading properly. You need to know how to process losses. You might think like, I just need a good strategy. No, you need to know how to process losses. Right? When you have a loss, how do you deal with that? You don't need to think the way other people think, because if you think the way everyone else thinks, you're going to be broke. So you need to know, how should you think as a trader? You need to understand that you need to have a profitable trading mindset. All right? You need to have a profitable trading mindset. You need to understand to say, this is how I come back from losses. This is how I bounce back from losses. This is how I handle it when I'm making profits. You need to know these things. So we talked about having a good strategy. We talked about having a good risk management. We've talked about having a profitable trading mindset. And if you say, thank you so much, I love what you said, awesome. But if you want to go deeper with this and you want a step-by-step where like, here's the strategy step by step, here's the strategy that you need, here's the risk management that you need to have specifically for your account, here it is step by step, the profitable trading mindset that you need to have. If you want that, then make sure to message me and inquire about the Boom and Crash Spike Catching Blueprint program. It's going to help you. But even if you don't do that, I've got strategy videos here on my channel. I talk about mindset here on my channel. I'm going to give you a free risk management PDF. Just reach out to me. I'm telling you guys, you can make it. You can make it in trading. Just make sure to follow these things. And that's not all. If you want to know the worst trading mindset that's keeping you from making your first $1,000 in trading, click the video that's appearing here, which will show you that, and I will see you there.